Okay, they were talking about the inequities that were going on, through the years. And so somebody's got to, it's the elephant in the room, right? Somebody's got to talk about it. And SJ is defending, the fact that things have gotten better, and Justice, is being quiet because he just got done getting discriminated against. And so then we're going to go through, okay? SJ's a girl. She said, fine, bottom line, it's been over 2 centuries and African Americans are still getting a raw deal. Jared, could have fooled me. SJ, oh my goodness, do you hear the news at all? The name Shamar Carson ring a bell maybe? Jared said, here we go. Not every white person who kills a black person is guilty of a crime. Pretty sure the courts proved that yesterday. All the courts proved yesterday is that a white guy can kill an unarmed teenager and get away with it if the kid's black. Doc, here's the teacher. Conjecture, SJ, you know better. You two need to tread carefully here, which is true. Dude, this is Jared. The kid attacked a cop and tried to take his gun, and he had a criminal record. Justice said, hold up, man. The attack was alleged. There weren't any witnesses. Jared, I thought you were staying out of it. Doc, watch it, Mr. Christensen. Jared, he said it, not me. Justice grits his teeth. Jared, doesn't change the fact. Oh, SJ, maybe you actually followed the case instead of getting your information from social media. Jared, doesn't change the fact the guy had been arrested before. You don't get arrested if you're not doing anything wrong. Bottom line, he was a criminal. What a tangle web we weave, right? The charge is on his record, which is public, so you can go look it up. Was a misdemeanor possession of marijuana. Jared, so do the crime, do the time. SJ, Jared, you bought an ounce of weed 2 days ago. Doc, don't make me write you up, SJ. SJ, I saw it with my own eyes, Doc. Jared, what I do with my money is none of your or anyone else's business. Justice snorts, of course it's not. But what Shamar did with his is everyone's, right? Doc, y'all better get back on topic before I start handing out detentions. SJ, my point is, I've seen you commit the same crime Shamar Carson had on the criminal record you mentioned. So we got to be careful not to throw rocks, right? Okay, no iPads are necessary. Please. Ready? Yeah, what's up? Put away your iPad, please, like I requested. Thank you. Whatever, SJ. SJ, I know you prefer to ignore this stuff because you benefit from it. But walking around pretending inequality doesn't exist won't make it disappear, Jared. You and Manny, who are equal in pretty much every way apart from race, could commit the same crime, but it's almost guaranteed that he would receive a harsher punishment than you. Manny, why do I keep getting pulled into this? Jared, obviously, because you're black, bro. Everyone snickers. SJ, numbers don't lie. Justice rubs his wrists again. Jared, yeah, we get it. Your mom's a big shot attorney. You have all the facts. SJ, deflect all you want, but you can't deny that you get away with stuff Manny could never get away with. Manny, I swear I'm changing my name. Jared, maybe I can get away with it because I'm not dumb enough to get caught. Justice, wow. SJ, you get away with it because you're white. Doc, Sarah Jane. Jared, you looked in the mirror lately, SJ? You're just as white as I am. SJ, yeah, and I recognize that and how it benefits me. Jared, do you? Sounds like you're jumping on the white, like white is wrong bandwagon to me. Justice cracks his knuckles and shakes his head. SJ, whatever, Jared. Bottom line, no one sees us and automatically assumes we're up to no good. Everyone. ... SJ, we've never been seen as criminals before we've been seen as people. We'll never be seen as criminals before we're seen as people. Everyone. Justice, I'm going to the bathroom. Gets up and leaves. What a strong conversation there. Chapter 4. Due to the restaurant-like setup of the Bras Prep Senior Lounge, Jared Manny and their crew, Kyle Berkeley, Tyler Klepp, and Blake Benson, don't see Justice sitting in the back booth when they come in. True to form, Jared disregards Doc's everything stays in this room directive, and since he's obviously under the impression that he and his bros have the lounge to themselves, he doesn't bother to keep his voice down once the 5 of them are seated. Jared, can you believe that? That kind of teacher had the nerve to suggest there's racial inequality to a classroom full of millennials? Kyle, seriously, bro? He said that? Jared, I kid you not. The dean should fire him. I seriously might have my dad give the school a call. Tyler said, wow, homie. And Jared said, and of course, SJ jumped right on it. I think the fact that her mom has to constantly defend all things is starting to mess with her head. Blake and Kyle and Tyler laughed. Manny laughed belatedly. Jared, if you ask me, she wants justice. Oh, dear. Well, seeing as you, okay, blah, 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 blah. Bad, not necessary for the story. Okay, too bad for SJ. Justice has his hands full of Malo Taylor, literally, which makes no sense to me, bro. Why does someone like Mayo Taylor see in a guy who can't afford a Happy Meal? Man, maybe it's not about the money, Jay. Jared says the dude who drives a Range Rover, and the 3 of them laugh. Manny, dog, what is it with you today? Jared said, I'm just sick of people suggesting African Americans still have it so hard these days. I don't care what SG says, Manny. Your parents are total proof that things are equal now. So it's really getting all tangled up. You know, you forget who's white and who's black and who's rich and who's poor. You just got to keep track of all the characters. Blake said they really are. Jared, right here, right now, these red hills of Georgia, a son of former slaves and son of former slave owners are sitting down at the table of brotherhood, dude. The dream has been realized. Tyler says, that's really poetic. Manny, that's from the I Have a Dream speech, T. Remember, bro? This is what Jared said. I had to memorize that for our 8th grade heritage play. Blake, that's right. Token black guy over there got sick or something, right? Jared, exactly. Kyle said, you had one job, Manny. Manny said, be quiet, fool. Jared said, I still remember the whole speech. Manny, that wasn't the whole speech, Jay. Whatever. It stalled there for a minute. Kyle, see, things are really equal nowadays, bro. Oh, okay, right. There's the whole speech. I lost my place. Sorry. Jared, whatever. It's the most important part, and I remember all of it. They put brown makeup on me and everything. Blake said, I remember that, dude. You got a standing ovation. Kyle, see, things are really equal nowadays, bro. A white kid can play a famous black dude in a play, and it's no big deal. Exactly. This is a colorblind society, brethren. My brethren. People are judged by the content of their character instead of the color of their skin. And that's the part of the speech I remember the most, too. Kyle says, right, dude. Like I totally don't even see you as black, Manny. Manny laughs at this, but Justice can tell his heart's isn't in it. The statement makes Justice think about those handcuffs, and those fools might not see Manny as black, but Justice knows that the police would. Jared, my brothers, let us raise our, how do you say that? Perrier? I don't drink that kind of water.
Perrier.
What is it?
Perrier.
Perrier. Okay, thank you. Bottles to equality. Blake. Equality, Tyler. Equality, Kyle. Equality, Jared. Manny, are you with us, bro? Everyone. Manny said, of course I am, bro. Equality. Clink. Career. All right, here comes the letters. September 18th, dear Mark, I just got back from school after an impromptu trip to the hood. Putting all my cards on the table, I went home with the intention of just staying there forever. Which is extreme, I know. When I got there, Mama was curled up on the couch with her nose buried into how Stella got her groove back. Just seeing her reading something she worked hard to teach me to do, I knew I'd be back on the bus at school before the evening was over. What you doing here, boy? It's a school night, was the first thing she said without looking up from the book. Can't I drop in to see my dear of a mom when I'm missing her? Who you calling old? That made me laugh. You gonna tell me what's really going on? She closed the book and put it to the side then. I dropped my bag with a sigh. Just a rough few weeks. Come on over here and sit down. And honestly, I didn't want to. Sit down is mama code for spit it out. And I would have preferred to get my big toes shot off than to talk about the stuff I was trying to escape. But mama being mama, and perhaps psychic, she pulled it right out of me. This is about that cop and them handcuffs. I dropped down beside her. Little bit. I just keep thinking about how much worse it could have gone. That non-indictment in the Carson case got shook, huh? Yeah, we had this discussion in class today, and I don't know, Ma. Everything I'm doing right now just feels like a losing battle. She nodded. Hard being a black man, ain't it? I shrugged. Guess that's one way to put it. All I know is I can't seem to find where I fit, especially in that school. It's just like I've been there my whole high school career, and I still feel like an outsider, you know? We were talking about the Declaration of Independence, and all I can think of is how Shamar Carson was straight up denied his inalienable rights. Really bugged me out. It should have. I did the math when I got back to the room. There were 192 years between the Declaration of Independence and the end of all that Jim Crow stuff. Now we're over a decade into the 21st century, and I know from experience, people like me are still getting shafted. Mama nodded. Sitting there listening to this rich white boy brag about breaking the law after I sat in handcuffs for no reason, I can't even tell you how hard that was. Ma, it's like no matter what I do, I can't win. She crossed her arms, lifted her chin, and that's when I knew there'd be no sympathy. So what you gonna do? Run away? I sighed, I don't know, Ma. You think coming back here will solve your problem? At least I'd be around people who know the struggle. She snorted, boy, you better get your behind on up to that school. But Ma, don't butt Ma me, Justice. I don't fit there though, Ma. I've been telling you since you were small that you gotta make a place for yourself in this world, she said. You thought I was playing? I sighed again. You ever consider that maybe you're not supposed to fit? People who make history rarely do. Here we go with that making the history thing again. Goodbye, Justice. I didn't raise you to punk out when the going gets rough. Get on out of here. She picked up the book. Dang, I don't even get a hug? Something to eat? You know where the kitchen is. You get a hug on your way out. See what I deal with, Martha?